Hello students. Students, in this video we will learn how is the internal resistance of any primary cell determined by the potentiometer. In the previous video we have already studied about the internal resistance. Okay, so this is the diagram of potentiometer. In this potentiometer, this is the driving battery and this is the rheostat and this is the key K1, and here this is the primary cell. Primary cell is connected to this resistance box in parallel, means the positive terminal of the primary cell and the first end of the resistance box are connected to point E, and the negative terminal of the cell and the second end of the resistance box are connected to the galvanometer, and galvanometer is connected to the jockey. This circuit, this complete circuit is called primary circuit or driving circuit. Okay, and this circuit is called secondary circuit. Okay, now when K1 is closed, then current is flowing through the wire along this direction. Okay, if this K2 key is opened, then the current will be flowing through AB wire along this direction, and due to this cell, current will be flowing along this direction. Okay, now when jockey J is brought near the point A, then the deflection in the galvanometer is in left hand side, and if this jockey is brought near the point B, then the deflection in the galvanometer is in opposite side, then this circuit is correct. Okay, now when K2 key is opened, then here only cell is there in the circuit. In this condition, when this jockey is brought near the point A and this jockey is moved on the wire AB, then the deflection is decreased slowly, and at any point on this AB wire, here deflection is 0 in the galvanometer. In this condition, this point is called the balanced point. Okay, and in this balanced point, let this is N1. Okay, in this balanced point where the potential difference between point A and N1 is equal to the potential difference between two terminals of the cell. Why? We have to understand this. The current is along this direction and the voltage drops, the direction of voltage drops is along this direction, and the direction of voltage drop in this cell is along this direction. Okay, these voltages are opposite, and at this point, end point, here the potential drops, potential drop in AN portion is equal to the potential drops or potential at point J. The potential at point J is equal to the potential at this negative terminal of the cell, because this is the metal wire, that's why here potential drop is not there. In this condition, the potential drop between point A and N1 is equal to the potential difference between two terminals of the cell. Okay, means here the in this condition, here current is not drawn from the cell, and you know that when current is not drawn from the cell, then the potential difference between two terminals of the cell is equal to the electromotive force of this cell. So the electromotive force, the potential difference between two terminals will be equal to the electromotive force, and this electromotive force will be equal to the potential difference between point A and N1. So here potential difference between point A and 1 will be A and 1. Okay, but in the principle of potentiometer, we know that the potential difference or the potential drops is equal to the K into L1, where L is the balancing length. So here balancing length is this, the distance from point A to N1. This length is called the balancing length. So let the balancing length L1 for this primary cell. So what will be this? This will be A and 1 will be KL1, where K is the potential gradient. Okay, that's why epsilon will be equal to, on putting the value of VAN1, KL1 will be there. Okay, now let this is equation first. Now this K2K is also closed, then current will be flowing through this resistance box. Okay, now again we have to find the balancing point on the wire AB. Now because current is drawn from this cell in this resistance box, so that's why here potential difference between two terminals will be decreased. Okay, now this the potential difference, total potential difference between two terminals of the cell will be decreased. Then this potential difference is called the terminal potential difference. Okay, because this potential difference between two terminals is decreased, that's why now the balancing point will be shifted along this direction, and let the balancing point, when resistance box is also in the circuit, then this is the balancing point, let this is N2. So at this point the deflection in the galvanometer is 0. In this condition, the potential difference between the two terminals of the cell will be equal to the potential difference between point A and N2. In this condition, now because the potential difference between two terminal decreases, that's why now the potential difference between two terminals is said to be the terminal potential, and it will be V, and V will be equal to the potential difference between point A and N2. So let this is V A N2. Okay, the current is not flowing through the galvanometer, but current may be flowing through the resistance box. That's why the potential difference between two terminals of the cell decreases, and the balancing point shifts towards the point A. Let this is now, but by the principle of potentiometer, VAN2 will be equal KL2, where L2 is the balancing length when K2 is when this resistance box is also in the circuit. Okay, now on putting the value of VAN2 in this equation, so terminal potential V will be equal to KL2. Let this is equation first. Now dividing equation first by equation second, we get equation first epsilon upon equation second, V will be equal to KL1 upon KL2. K cancelled by K, then epsilon upon V will be equal L1 upon L2. Let this is equation third. Okay. Now we have to find the internal resistance of this primary cell. Okay. So we know that the internal resistance, the expression for the internal resistance we have already derived, and the value of this is small r equal capital R, and epsilon upon V minus 1. This is the expression. We have to put the value of epsilon upon V from this equation, from equation third. So the internal resistance of the cell will be small r equal capital R, and the value of epsilon upon V is L1 upon L2 minus 1. This is the expression for the internal resistance of primary cell. Let this is equation, this is equation 4th, then this is equation 5th. Okay, this is the expression for the internal resistance of primary cell. Okay, this is very easy. In some books, directly epsilon equal KL1 and V equal KL2 are given. But how this value is found and how this value is found? So in this video, the values of epsilon and value of V is cleared. Okay. Okay, thanks.